A country that I always go at least one time a year is a country named Luxembourg. Luxembourg is known for its fantastic, beautiful scenery when it comes to beautiful, beautiful houses, beautiful scenery, expensive cars. And you know why it's expensive? Well, the people there make, in general, way more money a year, salary wise. Taxes are different there, but the one thing is that I have to admit is living there is not the cheapest by any means. But we're not going to necessarily talk about that today. I wanted to share you what my thought is on Luxembourg as a country, what I like about it, and some things that I just don't like at all. So Luxembourg is a special country to me, and I'm going to just quickly get into it. I lost my best friend there a very long time ago, and since then we've always visited at least once or twice a year. He passed away by Vienna, by the castle right there, and Vienna is honestly, without a doubt, one of many phenomenal places you can visit in Luxembourg. When you go to Luxembourg, you've got to visit the castle. It is a must. It's like $10, and you can pretty much be there as long as you want to until closing time, obviously. The choice is up to you. You can make phenomenal pictures, phenomenal videos, and if you go to Luxembourg, my honest thought is go during the summer. The summer will be a little bit more busy than usual, way more busy, understatement, but it is a better experience. You have guys on the motorcycles, you have nice fast cars, and if you've got a car that makes good sound, you should definitely take it on a road trip through the mountains because Jesus Christ, that sounds awesome. If you're someone who likes to go out, get absolutely crazy, likes to party, then believe it or not, Luxembourg actually has some pretty decent clubs. Now, matter of fact, they don't have many clubs, but they got a few clubs, they got bars, and the nice thing is it's not big at all. From the one side of the country to the other side, it's an hour. Literally an hour. You can leave Luxembourg, be in Belgium within 20 minutes, leave Luxembourg, be in France within 30 minutes. The country is very small, like I said, but the people are pretty chill there, from the weather being phenomenal during the summer. The weather is, however, in fall and autumn, not the warmest, but it's a different type of experience because if you really want to experience Luxembourg in peace, then the winter or autumn is definitely for you. If you're more of a person who likes to go during the summer because of weather, do understand that during summer, prices do go up at any place that you go to. Not really the supermarkets necessarily, but more of the local places because a lot of local places thrive and unfortunately live off of tourism, which is for them fantastic, but pretty much for the rest of the year with local places, it's not super busy. Vienna, for instance, during January, February is not busy by any means. Absolutely not. But I went there recently and I really enjoyed it. I drove with my car with my cousin. And this was his first time ever in Luxembourg. And it's funny because we actually meant to go on vacation to Poland, to Krakow. But stupid ass didn't listen to me. And he thought, we'll book it last minute. And I told him, bro, we book it last minute. It's going to be double, triple the price. So what did he say? Shit, you were right. I said, I know, bro. But then he came up to me and said, yo, what if we go to Luxembourg? I'm like, that's a 3-hour drive from where we live. Honestly, let's do it. It's beautiful. I know the place. I know places around Luxembourg. And last year I stayed with my best friend in Diekirch in like a park, tiny house, whatever. It was really cute. Next time we go to Luxembourg again, we're definitely going to stay in a tiny house because we stayed in a super duper tiny little thing. I don't even know what the fuck you call it, bro. It's not even a shed. It's like tiny, but it was a lot of fun. Luxembourg is also fantastic if you want to go swim. Now, be aware that a lot of places are very dangerous to swim because of the stream upwards and goes downwards. So when you go swimming in a creek, specifically during the summer, please be very careful of strong currency. A lot of people underestimate currencies in general, but Luxembourg you don't fuck around with because, Luxembourg can also have stormy summers. I've experienced that myself a few times where there are, well, not floods, but the water rises up to a certain point, to the point that you're like, yo, oh shit, this ain't no joke. Now, believe it or not, they actually have a lot of restaurants, to my surprise. And that's something I was very surprised because, look, I've been to Vienna, I've been to Diekirch, I've been to all out of little local villages, but I've never been into Luxembourg itself. For those who don't know, Luxembourg is the country itself, but the capital of the country is also named Luxembourg. So I know it could be a little bit confusing, but it's really not. My first thought on Luxembourg was, wow, it looks a bit like Brussels. I'm not sure what I really thought about it. I really wasn't sure. I somewhat liked it, but I also somewhat just didn't like it because, yes, it was nice. The history was there to see. It kind of reminded me of Paris and NYC because where we eventually stood, me and my cousin, was above a park, super duper tall, and across was this big ass castle. That's the thing about Luxembourg. It's tourism comes from attracting people for castles. The castle tours, you can get castle tours with audio guides or the guide itself. But honestly, the best experience is to go to a castle with no guide. Be chill, be on your gemak, as we say in Dutch, and just go with the flow. But Luxembourg was, you know what it is? I feel like I can't really judge it too much due to the fact that I didn't completely explore Luxembourg. Because the truth is, you can explore the entire country within 3 to 4 days if you rush it a little bit. Now, what I must also notice is, we'll get into that in a moment. We go back to what I just saw, is public transportation is completely free. I'm not joking. I did not know about this until last year when my friend said, yo, we can take the transportation, it's free. I'm like, shit, for real? Yeah, it's completely free. Like, free. Yeah. The metros are free. The buses are free. Everything is free. And the bizarre thing is, buses come until very late. I think where we stayed, the last bus came at 11 o'clock at night. In a random fucking village, bro. And that's the bizarre thing. When you go a little bit outside of certain local villages, you see less and less people. But the funny thing is, there's a bus stop by every village. And they actually come. They're on time every time. Unfortunately, we Dutch people, we fucking suck when it comes to the train. The NS, you specifically, you guys suck dick, bro, when it comes to arriving. You guys are either always too late, always too early, or you just completely don't show up. That's why when I say the public transportation in the Netherlands is in some places completely dog shit. Especially during rush hour. If you're in The Hague, in Utrecht, Amsterdam, those places specifically always have problems. But regardless of that, the transportation is fantastic. It's so bizarre to think about the fact that you go on a ride and you don't have to pay for it. It makes you really question yourself. How fucking rich is this country if they're able to provide free transportation to the public? Well, obviously it's not completely free. It is because of tax. Now, how much tax they pay in Luxembourg, I have no clue. I guess it would really depend on what you earn. What I do know is that houses are fucking expensive in Luxembourg. Yeah, I was like, alright, this house, 4-bedroom, 3 stories, 350? No, 1.6 million. I don't know what the average cost is in Luxembourg, but if you want a nice, fancy, big-ass crib, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. However, if you're someone that wants to move out of where you are and be completely away from people, Luxembourg is it, bro. There are so many places to choose from, and you can actually buy a decent house. Anywhere from 40 to 60, 80K, you can pretty much buy a house on your own. If you've got a full-time income, you can prove to the state, like, yo, this and this and that. They're like, all right, cool, for a show, here's the house. You can pay a house up in within 4 to 6 years. It's quite phenomenal. Obviously, those houses that are cheaper often are like really rural. When I say there are no people around you, the nearest supermarket is 30, 40 minutes away. But at least there's often a bus stop. And the thing is with those houses often is you have to put in a little bit of work. But that's what it is. We call them opknapwoningen. Whatever you guys call them in English. I don't know. But yeah, no. Luxembourg, the city itself, was very touristic. I can only imagine what it's like in the summer. I want to experience that in the summer. And the truth is, you don't have to necessarily use your car. But I do find it more practical and easier just to use a car over because the gas prices are cheap, bro. 145, 147 average at a gas station. We in the Netherlands pay a lot of money nowadays. We pay almost about €2 per 95 e-liter. And Super 98, let's not even fucking talk about that ripoff. That's like 220 average. And on the side of the road where we are from in the Netherlands, it costs way more money. I know for a fact on the way to Amsterdam, I think Super 98 is like 233 per liter. What are we on about nowadays? So yeah, Luxembourg does have a lot of good things. The one thing, like I said as well, the food is in some places not cheap at all. In some places like Lidl and Aldi, they're probably your best bet because Delhaize and Proxy, we immediately noticed this is like the Albert Heijn of the Netherlands. We Dutchies always say Albert Heijn is the most expensive supermarket in the Netherlands. And unfortunately, yeah, it is true. Albert Heijn is push expensive in most cases, and I often don't shop there unless they've got some crazy promos or discounts. But if you go to Luxembourg, visit a Lidl and Aldi. And the bizarre thing is, they got Burger King, they got KFC, they got McDonald's, they even got Pizza Hut. That's what people often think. Oh, Luxembourg is such a small country, surely it cannot be that developed. It is super developed. But I will also say, the negative thing is the roads are quite shit in some places. They're not all good. They can also be very dangerous in a lot of places. So if you are unfamiliar with the country itself and the roads, I do not recommend going crazy on the mountains. Please don't, because I lost my best friend on the mountains. And life goes very fast. So please think about it before you go crazy on the mountains, because shit is not a joke. You think you got it until the road turns into a curve. I almost slipped out with my car because I didn't know the road. I was very fortunate because it was icy on the road. So please be very careful. But I thought I'd just let you know. Again, it's at your own risk. But during the summer, yeah, you can go crazy. Yeah, of course there are cameras there. I mean, I got fucking flashed, man, not too long ago. And it really pissed me off. This is the thing. It was a 110 road, 110 road. And as we say, a kruispunt, there was a crossing, right? It goes from 110 to a 90. But within a second, right? And as I'm braking down, I'm driving 106. I get flashed. And then I get told by Flitsmeister, speed cam 90. I'm like, are you serious with me? So please be careful. And also make sure during the summer, don't drive too fast everywhere. Because police often on the side are lasering. So I just thought I'd let you know. But no, Luxembourg in general is really nice. Would I live there personally? No. I'm going to be very honest. No, I wouldn't live there. And that's just solely because of the fact that I feel like in a country as Luxembourg, unless you've got a lot of friends and family, you get bored pretty quickly and maybe even lonely very quickly. That's just my thought. I mean, again, it obviously just really depends on the type of person that you are. If you are the type of person that likes to be alone, wants to be alone, yeah, sure, then it's fantastic. If you're someone that likes to be alone when he wants to be alone, but needs people around them whenever he feels like it, well, maybe Luxembourg isn't a place for you. Because the city itself is really busy. The housing market is really expensive. Parking is actually very cheap in Luxembourg. In most places, it's free parking after hours. And that's pretty much in any place in the Netherlands, like after 6 o'clock at certain places, like even Amsterdam, you can park for free until like 7 or 9 in the morning. And that's in most places as well in Luxembourg. Why they do paid parking is because of tourism. You know, you got to realize and understand, a lot of people that live in these touristic places also have exits and entrances to their houses, or they want parking because fucking tourists like me take over the spot and they can't park anywhere. That's why they often have tickets that you have to pay for, and you can only park for 3 hours max. So I thought I'd let you know. What do you think of Luxembourg? Have you ever been there yourself? Would you go there yourself? Would you live there is the question, really. And I have to say, the women are extremely beautiful in Luxembourg. I did not know this. When I went out the one night in Luxembourg, I was like, holy shit, I legit have never seen this many pretty women in my life. I thought I'd just let you know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios, amigos.